Well, as you guys can see, it snowed a wee bit. We actually got up too early, honestly. Today we're going to Anchorage no matter what. So if we have to drive till 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever today, it is what it is. The reason I say we got up too early to go is because we know that the roads aren't so hot, and we don't know them like a lot of these locals around here. And our milepost says that it can be pretty sketchy, so we want some daylight. That's why we're up a little bit too early. We want some daylight to travel. So we're leaving the old truck. Shit. We're leaving the old truck back there. We're just leaving it running with the pups in there so they stay warm and we get it all defrosted. We're gonna grab a quick breakfast. Say hi to my favorite moose. Hi, Moosey. About to hit the road, get to Beaver Creek, then the border, and then we are going to be in Alaska. Here we go. Yukon right now. Look at this. This fire, our milepost was telling us, was a man-made fire in 1999. And the bushes that you see is fireweed, and that's the only thing that grew back. So since 1999, this whole forest just burned down except for these bushes. This stretch of driving so sketch. And this is by far the worst roads we've encountered. It's not necessarily the ice or snow, but we haven't encountered frost heaves yet. And now we're hitting frost heaves. Right now it's a pretty straight, flat stretch of road. That's why I have the GoPro out talking about it. But you really have to stay sharp. We're behind a plow, which is nice, and it's helping kind of modulate our pace a little bit. But these frost heaves, they're just where the water got underneath the asphalt and then froze, and it just bumps up the asphalt really high. And some of these frost heaves are huge. I hit one going about 45 miles an hour, and I almost launched the frickin' truck. So we're driving really cautious, or I'm driving really cautious and watching out for these things, because you don't want to really hit these going, oh man, we're passing a truck. You don't really want to hit these going over 30 miles an hour, because they just, with the trailer and everything, the truck goes crazy. So I thought I'd just explain to you guys what these frost heaves are and what it is here in the north part before you get to Alaska. The plow pulled off. It hit the end of its maintenance. We're in another county now is what I think they call it. And I'm actually making much better time than when I was behind the plow. I'm going 55, 60 miles an hour, because this is unplowed. We're just on snow now, but it's so much better traction than the plowed icy stuff. Hopefully that means that we get to Alaska sooner, because we were going 35, 40 miles an hour behind the plow, so we're going 20 miles an hour faster now. Just pulled into Beaver Creek in the Yukon. This is the last town we're gonna hit before we cross into Alaska. Dang. Things are just getting dirty. We just pulled, we're at this kind of rest, not really a rest stop, I don't know, a commercial trucking area. We let the dogs out. I don't know where they are, they're running around. There's Mrs. Rems, I found her. Uh-oh, we have a tire problem. Just discovered that. That's not good. Well, we'll figure that out at the gas station. Almost made it. So we definitely got another flat tire. It's the other side this time, but the same front tire. So I don't know if we hit one of those frost heaves and it popped it or what. This one's not shredded, it's just flat. So we're at this place that has tires, repair, towing and stuff. So hopefully they've got like a good commercial jack and they can jack it up, and we've got the spare. We just don't have a tire iron that takes things off. Oh yeah, lock the truck, good idea. But these guys are on lunch from 12 to 1. It says they're closed. It's like 12:30, 12:40 or something. So we weren't planning on stopping, planning on getting gas and going to the border. Instead, we're gonna go ask this lady at the gas station if she's serving any food or anything in here. I don't know, they have a diner, but there's just one lady at the convenience store, so I don't know if they're serving food, but we'll ask. We'll hang out there for a little bit. It's freaking cold. Why? So many things have happened on this trip. That would be negative on serving food. She told us Buckshot Betty's up the road here serves until 1 o'clock, but it's like 12:45. I'm like, nah, we don't do that to them. So we're just gonna go chill in the truck and wait for these guys to come back, get our tire changed. It's kind of looking like getting to Alaska tonight or Alaska we'll get to, but getting to Anchorage tonight might not happen. We might have to plan on like tomorrow afternoon. We'll see. Well, guys, so much for just a flat tire. Look at this. And this guy's helping us out here, but this is all completely locked up. This doesn't spin, so that's what happened. This locked up for whatever reason. Blew out our tire. We're so close to Alaska. I don't even have words. I'm not really sure what the police officer's doing here. It's not our deal. So here's the deal. Let me show you what we have going on and then what our plan is. Hey, at least something happened and we're not just on the road and boring. So here's our trailer tire. We're really close to them. I think we're like 15-20 miles from the border. This guy said if you need a tow, they're gonna take you back to Whitehorse. That's like, I don't know, 7, 8 hours, 10 hours, I don't know, in the other direction back in Canada. So this guy said try on that one wheel to get this thing across the border to Alaska. And once you get it to Alaska, instead of towing you to Whitehorse the wrong way, they'll tow you the right way to Tok, Alaska. Oh, and this area is in a winter weather advisory. They were talking that the roads from Whitehorse to the border might get closed today. Yeah. This is that we're going. We're probably about 15 miles or so away from the US Customs. Going like 15-20 miles an hour. The roads just got really bad and I don't want to blow up our last tire, fingers crossed. This is fun. We don't know how close we are to the border. We know we're close based on Google Maps it's showing us, but we don't have a connection, so we can't like see how many miles. We just blew up our other tire. So we were down to one tire on the right side of the trailer. Mrs. Rems just saw rubber flying. We just got out and looked at it, and we're literally right now on the rim and like the brake rotor of the other wheel. So the whole right side, the trailer's all lopsided. We were going like 20 miles an hour. Now we're going 5 miles an hour. So if we're 5 miles out, we might be going for like another hour to the border. We're dragging a ski right now. Like that's what we're doing. We're on the rim, just dragging a ski, which sucks. Once we get, if we get to the border, I don't know. I'm hoping that because it's snowing like crazy. Look at this, it's snowing like crazy now. It's putting a bunch of snow on the road. I'm hoping it kind of stays slick. Like if it was summer, we'd be done right now, right? Because we'd just be smoking and sparking and like blowing our trailer up. Is that smoke? So like we'd be done if it was summer, but because it's winter, we can kind of hopefully limp this along. That's kind of where we're at now. All right, getting really worse now. Shit has hit the fan. So we tried to just limp it at less than 5 miles an hour on the wheel that still had some rubber on it. This is gonna look bad because it is. Yeah, that's fantastic. That is, yeah. So much for trying to slide that on the ice on the wheel. That thing just shredded on us. An elderly couple was driving our way. Older couple, I shouldn't say elderly. And they literally said at the top of this hill is the border. That's how close we were. So they just turned around and went up there. They're like, "You're Americans, right?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're Americans." They're like, "Okay, we're gonna go up there and see if we can find somebody that'll come down and help you." So hopefully somebody's got a flatbed trailer that can come our way and tow us to the border. I don't know if we can cross the border on a tow truck, but we'll see. Check out, I just got phone GPS to update. This is how close we are to the border. That line, that blue dot's us, that line is the border. We actually see lights up there. We thought it was like cars coming. We think we're actually seeing lights and headlights and stuff from people doing stuff at the border. That's how close we were to just being able to call an Alaskan tow truck and say, "Come get it." Update, couple that stopped to help us. They just came back down from the border. Problem is they can't send a tow truck from Tok, Alaska, or anywhere in Alaska. They cannot cross the border in a tow truck, which is ridiculous to me since we're so close, but rules are rules, I guess. So the guy that helped us out back in Beaver Creek was the last town we were in, is on his way here right now to find us to try to get us across the border. We have a spare, he's got the tools, and we've been sitting here for a little over an hour, I think, waiting for this guy to come save us from this end of the border. I just hope he can get that wheel off and get a new one on it. You guys saw it was pretty gnarly. But because it's getting dark now, we can see how close we were to the border. Literally, these lights that I'm going to show you. The lights that are up there, I think the GoPro will pick them up in the distance. That's the border. Literally like around the bend and around another bend, and we would have been there. So close. We are literally now dragging. So this guy came to save us and he couldn't get his jack under it. He said, "My jack's too big. And the bottle jacks we have they're not enough to pick this thing up." So we've been going for like half a mile up this hill, 5 miles an hour. We're literally just dragging it on the whole like hub assembly and the brakes. And the last time we stopped, when it got really rough and it was all messed up, like it's grinding down to the ground and it's totally screwed up, like the damage is done. But it just got smoother. We were bucking and doing everything because all the spokes on the wheels, the whole wheel was shredded and just the spokes were going around. We think we probably just sheared the wheel off because it just got a little bit easier, and I think we basically just have skis back there now. We're like coming up to the border. This is so sketchy because I don't even know if we have like 500 more feet. We'll find out. All right, that was nuts. We had to stop at the border, obviously at the window. We talked to the guy. He was pretty adamant about like he was gonna let us pull through the border and pull up here. So we're in the United States again, but he was like very adamant about, "You guys are staying here, right? You're not like trying to go anywhere." And I'm like, you should see our tires. I'll show you guys our tires in a second. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like our tires, our lack thereof. We're like actually grinding on like axles now. But I don't know if he still wants to look at our dogs or check our firearms or what. But he was pretty adamant that we stay here. Hopefully there's no cell service, so we think a tow truck's coming. That old couple told us a tow truck is on the way from Tok, which is like 90 miles from here, and that it's supposed to stop at the border. We think. We didn't talk to these people, so I'm gonna go in and try to use their phone to call Tok. I don't know what towing company or anything, and see what's going on.